Hey guys, I want to show you two very handy hand drills that you can add to your collection for very cheap. These things, you can find these at flea markets and garage sales and all that, and they're pretty much next to nothing. I picked this one up for I think $2, and I think this one was $4 at an indoor flea market. And you know guys, you know me, I love old hand tools, and I snag them up every time I see them. I wanted to share these because I thought these were two very interesting examples. This first one being what looks to be almost like a handmade tool. You know, as you can see here, get my hand in there, you can see that instead of using any kind of machinery, they actually just used washers and pinched the rod here with a plier in order to keep this in place, which I find very interesting. It's just held in with a simple set screw that someone may have done themselves. The top is just peened over, and a washer. You know, this may have actually been handmade by someone. You know, I don't see any maker's marks. I don't see any signs of, you know, machining whatsoever on this. Someone may have just heated up a metal rod and done this on their own. And I think it's really cool because it's small and it's lightweight. This is something you can bring out in the woods. This is something you could bring, you know, to your bug out location, or you know, maybe you're setting up deer camp for the week. You might need something like this. You know, you don't have power, you don't have electricity. Something like this can come in very handy, and it's so lightweight and small, you can throw it in a backpack. It weighs less than half a pound. These very simple ones without any gearing or mechanics to them can get really lightweight, and you know, they work pretty good. They're not the best, but in the end you can still get quite a bit done with them if you need to you know, do any kind of building tasks when you're at your camp. Maybe you're putting together a chair, maybe you're putting together a bed, or a, you know, a big shelter, who knows. Now the next one is kind of the opposite on the spectrum. This is a big heavy egg beater style hand drill, which also, if I remember right, has no maker's marks on it at all. But this thing is just a big heavy beast. It just weighs a ton. You can hear it, it's just got history oozing out of it. You know, just love the thing. I'm going to take it apart, clean it up a little bit. You know, I might redo that handle. We'll see. But I like this one as well. You know, I have a kind of an affinity for these things because I remember being a young kid, my grandfather always giving me his egg beater drill and a block of like 2x4 pine, and I would just spend hours and hours drilling holes into that and hammering nails into that piece of wood. And he thought it was the greatest thing. That here I am, like, you know, 3 or 4 years old, playing with these kind of things. And you know, it's just a neat thing to show you how much our society has changed. But you know, I snag these things up all the time. The way I see it is, they're a couple of dollars. They're neat to have around. They're great to use, guys. I tell you what, you know what, when I'm out in the shop, sometimes it's nice when you're making something or building something to use these old hand tools. It really gives you a connection with the thing you're building, and really, you know, it just makes you feel like you're more a part of what you built, and you're not just relying on modern technology. So I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy working with them, and I love restoring old tools. I love cleaning these things up. You know, I don't like to make them look brand new, you know, because they're not new, but I like just to clean them up and put a little shine on them, and you know, make them feel important again, you know, because they are these kind of lost little treasures, and they're all over, guys. It's, everywhere I go, I see things like these, and nobody wants them anymore. And you know, they're just so nice to learn and have, and teach your kids how to use, and you know, because in reality, a kid can use this. A kid can use this, and you don't have to worry about them hurting themselves. This is great for a 4 or 5 year old kid to learn. Good way to get your kids into it. Good way to, you know, start enjoying these things with them, and they're great to find. I just wanted to share these two nice little finds. I really, you know, now that it's winter, I'm going to be doing a lot more of the old kind of tool stuff. So there you go.